Energy Aggregation Committee will be coming back next meeting, and that he has scheduled a public information session for 6/21. And we voted to seal the minutes, and then we're open to our public. We have 2 public present, and we have 1 on Zoom. Dan, did you have comments for us?
Yeah, excuse me, yes, that's my not quite woken up voice, I guess. I just wanna know the status of the handbook that you've been working on. Apparently you're gonna finalize it today, but I haven't seen the latest draft.
No, you haven't, and no, we're not, so, we hope to get to that. We keep punting, but that's the way it's gonna be. It will be on the agenda for, next time, and I think when we have a final draft, that will become public, but right now it's a working draft and it's not. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Whitman?
Well, on the handbook, there are people in town who are certainly willing and able to help. There are technical writers, there are editors, and people really familiar with Lyme issues. Is this something that could help move it along?
I think not. This last, we were all set to approve it and then realized we had not run it by our attorneys. We noted that you sent some suggestions, which have mostly been taken, and Mr. Brown has also given us some, and you really, and Jan, you 3 were the only 3 who actually spoke out on any issues, but at this point it's a question of us looking through what our attorney sent us, which we only received last night.
Okay. Another item is, are you familiar with an order from the Superior Court from 2014, I believe, yes, 2014, about junkyards in town?
Okay, do you have a comment for
I
us,
have-
or you're just a question?
That's a question.
We are familiar.
Is there any progress on this?
Moving along, we're not gonna speak about that right now in public session.
Okay.
What else do you have for us?
Question about tree damage from the storm. I guess was it in December? There is a tree over the wires on Dorchester Road, which looks like it's really gonna take out the wires, and
That's at Birch.
yes,
Yeah, they've been called, emailed more than once. I've given the number out to community members so they can call, but
to whom? So who can?
to Eversource, to the, I've given the
power
number out,
company.
the phone number to call and report it to other community members. It's been emailed to them. They're, unfortunately, unless they're in the area doing like their regular cutting,
Hmm.
what they say is, do the people have power? Do you have power? Okay,
So
well,
they won't
that's
do
their
anything
answer.
until.
Well, that tree's, it's not even as bad as it looks, it's not gonna snap.
No, but there are others that are,
If
they're
it
not, they don't
gets
do
a
anything.
snow load on it this winter, well, that's
Yeah.
a different story.
So
Right.
they don't do anything until there's an outage.
Right, for something like that, correct.
But, knock on wood, soon enough.
It's even
I
been
know, it's-
reported to the state, because that's of course the state road. So, I'm sure they probably call them, but
Well, I know by Lock Line Lodge, that pole that broke at that same storm last December was just repaired last week.
Well-
Last week, week before. But it's,
That time frame,
It's
yes.
still-
They've replaced the pole, they have not moved
the
the
wires.
the wires, so,
Yes.
one insurmountable hurdle at a time.
Okay, Michael, what else do you have for us?
That's all, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And
You're up.
I have a question about abatement requests.
Okay,
I know that there's at least one outstanding.
yes,
Uh, And what's the process or schedule for that?
We
For-
don't have a firm schedule, except that we hope to have it done by September first, I believe you said.
July, I think the final date is July 15th or something, but it has to be addressed.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was September,
Yeah.
my mistake.
And it's in the works.
I know that the assessor has been out,
Yep, okay.
so,
Good, and the, no, that's all I'll say right now. That's all I have, thank you.
okay, you are welcome.
And just so you know, right on the actual abatement form that you filled out,
Right,
there's a little section that gives you the date that it has to be addressed by.
sure, and I just was wondering what your schedule looked like. Thank you.
We have no particular notice of anything scheduled at this point, but I can tell you when our meetings are. We have another meeting on the 15th
Yes,
of June,
yep.
and a meeting on the 29th
Mhm,
of June,
He knows all our meetings.
and then July 13th, so. That would
I'm
be,
gonna miss the
unless we
4th of July?
schedule something, say what?
You're gonna miss the 4th of July? Oh, no, you're the 29th of June, and then, you're right, yes, right. And you won't be here on the 4th of July.
I don't
Good.
anticipate being here on the 4th of July.
Good choice.
I don't
All right,
know.
thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, and let's do the minutes and the manifest and the tax anticipation note. We voted, so we just need signatures.
No, I had taken that off. Didn't you guys get a copy of the new agenda? Sorry. I added I took off the tax anticipation note. It won't be ready from the bank until the next one, because it has to go to the attorney.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to, I know Ben needs to leave early.
Right.
So Ben, we need to do the minutes, so let's do the
I
minutes.
can't vote on this because I was.
Right, so let's do the minutes,
I'll move them.
okay, and I will second them, and these are May 18th. Ben and Judy, all those in favor say aye.
Ben,
Judy, aye.
David abstains.
Thank you, David. So they are approved. And then we have a manifest in the total amount of $331,934.42, of which a school check for $277,082 was a part. What do we wish to do with it?
I'll move them.
I apologize, I just got back last night, I haven't had a chance to review it yet. If Dina has a copy, I can look at it right now, but.
It should be in your pile to sign.
well,
Oh, wait, it's in my pile to sign
Yeah.
somewhere.
So Ben moved, I will second, and David will take a quick gander of it.
Oops, sorry.
Okay,
What's this line trust here?
I don't know which one is it, warrant, there's no warrant, so you don't need to sign the warrant,
Oh,
the
no,
sheet prepaid.
okay.
What's
Just
the
one.
Buy Water Solutions thing, Dina?
It's the library.
Hmm?
It's a library bill
library,
invoice, isn't it?
I think
What
it
is it
is.
called?
Buy Water Solutions, COA support and hosting. Oh, it's an internet thing for the library.
Yes, yep.
We misspelled Greater Blades in our general ledger.
You're the only one that's gonna see that, so. Look, I'm having a hard time typing.
Yeah, if we don't keep straight, she punches us out. She broke her hand the last time she tried.
I don't see your jaw needing.
I cue her easier than she does.
Can I ask a question? How can I request that junkyards be on a future agenda?
We can't speak about it in public, but it's being worked on.
On not the specific case, but
If you want to
junkyards in
gen-
general.
That's a planning board thing, the junkyard.
The junkyards are planning board. If you had general comments you wanted to make, we could certainly take it up. You could make a presentation, but that's I believe it's a planning board, junkyards or zoning even.
Well, I think regulation of junkyards is under your purview. But could I just,
But sure,
Ask
you would
that
like
be
to
on the
address
agenda?
that? Sure.
thank you.
You're welcome.
This looks fun to me, Dina,
Great.
so I can vote for this too.
Okay, so we are on the manifest. Ben moved, I seconded. All those in favor of approving this manifest, say aye.
And I,
David, I.
And Judy, aye. So the manifest is approved. I'm gonna skip that one, skip that one. We've got an intent to cut and a report of wood cut. The intent to cut is the only one that Ben would really need to look at, I think.
I'll move it.
He's already, yeah.
Okay,
I'll second.
and David said, all those in favor of approving that? And then if you pass that to Ben, he can sign it. And I think,
There is one more intent to cut, I don't know if you're willing to
Wanna sign that?
even look at it. But
I signed.
Jordan has a little note here that says, yeah, but it's not on the agenda, that's why. You looked at it, you signed it already.
okay, what
She's-
is it?
She misplaced it in the email, so it's been a while. It's Maggleby's, I believe, right, Ben? Is
Yeah.
that the property owner? Yeah. And it's map, 405.
40998.
Okay, and
It's
you've
just
looked
an
at that, Ben, and you think it's
Yeah.
okay?
That's all right.
Okay, so you're gonna move that one? I will second it. So
These
we,
are procedural anyways, unless there's something flagrant.
right, but we need
We're
to, I
gonna
think,
be
just
signed.
note that
We
we
look
have
at 'em.
looked at them. So Nichols and Magleby, both of those you've approved. David seconded Nichols, I second Magleby. All those in favor of these two, say aye.
Then I,
David, I.
And Judy, aye. Okay, so woodcut that's pretty straightforward, a rescue plan, we've got a scheduled hearing. We wanted to have a discussion on the report on exemptions and credits, but I think the three of us should do that, and I think it's gonna take longer than a few minutes, so
Yeah, I do too.
we can put that off to next meeting if you wanted to, go take care of your babies.
yeah,
Okay,
Can- Yeah, you can vote these reported woodcuts without him, right?
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
that
Okay.
is what I'm saying.
well, I signed it, so I approve.
Well, then you better make
I
a motion.
guess we better
and
make a
vote it.
motion.
I
to-
move that we approve the report of woodcuts.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye,
Then I,
David, I.
and Judy, aye. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So we've done that one, we've done this one. We're moving the report on exemptions and credits, and we're moving the committee handbook, hopefully a final draft.
so I'll let you guys proceed.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot more to
There
go.
isn't.
Yeah.
You may wanna touch base about your June first deadline, other than that,
On June first,
that wouldn't be in public anyways.
okay. Oh, yes, that's not public, we'll do another non-public. You're good,
Okay,
you're excused. Thank
See
you,
you guys.
Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Bye.
Take care, Ben.
Good luck with the Bears.
yep.
What you doing anyways?
We've released 58 so far and 70 to go, something like that.
Where do you release them?
The Fish and Game Vermont's coming today.
Uh-huh.
Take them and distribute them around the state in large tracts of land.
Yeah,
But it's,
good for them.
Hmm?
They'll have a great time.
yeah, we're getting really good at it.
you. Okay, thank you, Ben. We'll look for a report next meeting. Okay. We have an oath of office for an assistant town clerk, Deborah Kellogg.
Yeah.
I think we all have discussed this a couple of times, but we need signatures on this, and Ben can't do it, so.
Right.
Oh, that's because he's conflicted.
No, but
Probably wanna vote no.
I think he mentioned that at the other meeting. Well, it's
I will
awfully
trade you.
nice of her to offer to help during
You're
her,
not done? Okay.
I got one
during,
more.
during her retirement.
Yes, during her retirement. Retirement seems to catch a lot of people.
Yeah. And then I just put at the bottom the American Rescue Plan fiscal recovery funds.
Yep, we have a scheduled public hearing on
Yeah.
6:15, which is our next
Yeah.
meeting,
It was just to give everyone notice.
that we
Yes.
have those funds, and I think we had talked about the fact we were going to earmark those in the covered bridge.
Well, you have two chunks, this is the second chunk of the money. The total is like 174. And I am in the process of reviewing the 1.5 inch thick paperwork that you have to go through to see what qualifies and what doesn't.
Okay,
So I think I'll have that to you guys, so you guys can look at that prior to your public hearing.
okay,
So you can chit chat back and forth at the public hearing.
that would be good. And then, so next week, public hearing, next week, hopefully, final draft of the committee handbook, next week, hopefully, a discussion on the report on the town's exemptions and credits.
Apologies, just because I've been gone and I'm a little, still catching up. So Dina, have you distributed comments from our lawyer with respect to the handbook?
To the board, just
To the
Just
board?
yesterday.
Just yesterday, okay, so
So
I have
you'll see
something,
that.
we have something we need to look
Yes.
at.
Yes,
And then,
yep,
all right.
yep, and then we'll do up a final draft and hopefully, I know we were prepared to do it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
And we hadn't heard from the town's attorney, so
Right.
that was our oversight, and so we punted again.
right.
Okay, yeah, we
And
should
then
take our
if you have
comment.
any questions, just get them to me and I can make sure Naomi can answer them.
Oh, so if there's questions on her comments, we can have some back and forth through you in
Just
advance of
through
the
me.
next meeting,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, and then it would be prepared and,
Right, and then we'd have a final
Okay. Right.
draft copy.
yeah,
All right, I'll put that on my
And we've
list.
got at least 3 people in the town champing at the bit.
Yep.
And then I think we do have another non-public session that we need to go into, and following that, I think we will be concluding early today.
I drove my rental car
You could,
back to Boston.
yes, Baston, and prepare for the next meeting to be a little bit longer. So, I will move that we go into non-public session under RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2, C for reputation. I need a second.
I'll second.
Thank you, David. All those in favor say aye.
David, aye.
And Judy, aye.